one thing I didn't do was give my name. I am Reginald W. Coles, Jr. I am manager of the W.S. Watkins and Son Funeral Home. I have been licensed for the past 36 years. I started working at a funeral home when I was 14. I've always wanted to be a mortician. I often tell my story. When we started school, it was junior primary 1. You all don't know anything about that. Our first grade teacher, Mrs. Amanda Wright, asked everybody what they wanted to be. Only 3 people knew. Linda Loving wanted to be a teacher. Purcell Taylor wanted to be a veterinarian, and I wanted to be a mortician. Today, Linda Loving has passed away, but she was a retired teacher. Purcell Taylor is still a veterinarian in Florida, and I'm still a mortician. You know, when you look at, I can remember some years doing as many as 400, almost 500 bodies, over 400 bodies some years. So that's a lot of bodies to embalm. And by the way, that's all I ever wanted to do in this business. Now I manage. What does that mean? That means I have to make arrangements. I have to meet with families. I have to carry out funerals. I have to do the embalming, dressing, cosmetizing, casketing. But all I ever wanted to do, just give me a body. I just wanted to embalm. You know, when I was coming up, I didn't want to be a film director. I didn't want to be a mortician. I wanted to be an embalmer. And my dad just said, why do you want to be an embalmer? You know, and, you know, everybody in my family, you know, you got to go to college, you know. I wanted to go to embalming school first. My mom and dad, no, you're going to college. You're going to get a degree. Huh? I can get a degree and no, you go. So that's the way I had to do it, you know, and I started VCU in 1968. I was drafted into the Army in 1970. And when I came out, I went back to VCU, of course, at the government's expense. And at the time, they gave you 10 years to go back to school. And I went to school all 10 years. I got a check for 10 years. Don't tell them about it. But I went to VCU. I went to J. Sargent Reynolds. I went to John Tyler. I went to real estate school. I even took a horticulturist course, you know, so the money was there, you know, and I'm glad I did. So after I got out of the Army in 1972, yeah, I re-entered school. Then I went to embalming school. It was a couple of years after that I got my license. You know, when you're young, you think you can do a whole lot more than you can. And, you know, you think you're Mr. Hotshot. And I, you know, of course I was just like everybody else that was young. And tried to embalm every and anything I could, you know. Even tried to embalm a rat. But you want to get all the experience that you can get.